Hello, dear friends. I wondered if there would be any news this weekend, but the message from the great eagle feeder chief has left me speechless. All my life, I have felt connected to the Amerindians. Opinion piece. The eagle is flying. It's time. All will be made right. I see a new life. I see a green earth. The veil is thin now. The great change is here. The plants will grow again. Message from Chief Eagle Feeder. The prophecies are being fulfilled. The people of heaven are returning. The waters will be fresh to drink. Humankind will find love. It will happen when all seems lost. We feel the rumbling of a great shift. Let's start. Most Native American peoples attach special significance to the eagle and its feeders. Images of eagles and their feeders are used in many tribal logos as Native American symbol. Receiving an eagle feeder is the highest honor that can be bestowed within Native American cultures. Eagles represent honesty, truth, majesty, strength, courage, wisdom, power, and freedom. As they roam the sky, they are believed to have a special connection to the Great Spirit. According to traditional Amerindian beliefs, the Creator made all the birds of the sky when the world was new. All of the birds, the Creator chose the eagle to be the leader, the master of the sky. The eagle flies higher and sees better than any other bird. Therefore, its perspective is different from other creations that stay closer to the earth, and it is closer to the Creator. The Great Spirit also has a different perspective of what's going on below in this world of physical things in which humankind resides. The eagle spends more time in the higher element of Father Sky than other birds, and the Father Sky is an element of spirit. The eagle is considered a divine messenger. It was given the honor of carrying the prayers of humankind between the world of the earth and the world of spirit, where the Creator and the grandparents reside. Wearing or holding an eagle feeder makes the Great Spirit immediately aware. With the eagle feeder, the Creator is honored in the highest way. Message. Message from the Eagle Feeder Chief by Galactic Girl. In quotes. Many changes are taking place in the world, just as our forefathers said it was going to be. As it was, so it is becoming. We see the skies telling their stories. We remember the sky people in the stories of our ancestors. We remember them coming down and sharing their wisdom. At first, we didn't understand them, but in time we learned to trust them. Our village, our people, was visited by the star of Pleiades. We were lucky to be in a bubble and energetically separated from others. We were surrounded and protected by the Great Mother, who rules and nurtures all things. The Great Mother is returning. Her energies are felt within the ground beneath our feet. We feel the rumbling of a great change, like a mighty stampede. It cannot be stopped. It can be heard from afar. We know it is coming. We feel it penetrating deep into our bones. You do feel the stampede of change. The veil is thin now, and we, the ancestors, are stepping in to give everyone a little bit of hope, joy, and excitement. Can you hear the drums? You see the drums are beating. There is a lot of energy of change. You can look at what is coming and see only noise, which I don't recommend because there is little peace in that. Instead, perhaps take the perspective of an eagle's eye and see the coming change from the divine perspective, the divine height of understanding. We encourage you to listen to the music in the noise. It will encourage you, for the great change is here. This is recorded from the stories of my ancestors. We remember the high beings of light when they landed. They radiate the love of the mother, and so we welcomed them. They taught us to plant fish at the base of corn crops for nitrogen. They helped us to grow crops in hard times so that we would never go hungry. They helped us in the beginning, and now they are helping us. The people from heaven are coming back. It's time. The ancient prophecies are coming full circle. Everything has a cycle. The season, the waters, the animals, the cycle of life and death. All things in this realm are patterns. In the void, all things are possible, because all things are clearer. In the noise to come, clarity of mind and heart will be the greatest gift you can give. For those of you who remember your days as native peoples, remember the warm earth between your toes, remember your naked body knocking joyfully through the fields of tall grass. Remember the sky smiling down on you. Remember your planetary mother. You are here for her. We are here to serve, to lend our light. Eagles lose their feathers when they have outgrown them, or lose them in the battle. Both are true. Both bring honor. You are bringing honor to us all. Honor the ancestors tonight. Remember that when the sky people land, they will remember once more, and the great cycle will be completed, and a new one will begin. A new birth always precedes an old death. The Creator is all around you. Life in all its forms and expressions. Don't be afraid of the great change. Embrace it in your being and fly high with an eagle's point of view. All will be made right. The plants will grow again. The water will be fresh to drink. Humankind will find the love that has been buried within them and will grow as tender green shoots. I see a new harvest. I see a green earth. I see new life, and I see this now. Close quotes. Reset News. Today was the quietest day on record for receiving information from all sources. That indicates that they are very quiet because they are locked up and can't say anything because confidentiality agreements. We expect next week to be different. There is a lot of frustration out there. A lot of people are short of money and more, but we have to look at the bigger picture, whether we like it or not. I think we have to go through some political changes before we see this. Patience, because this is the biggest financial change, the biggest wealth change, the biggest global economic change in history, but most of all the biggest spiritual change in humankind. Kim Clement said in 2007 that it would happen when all seemed lost. For a long time we have been told that this is what the end game would feel like. We need results. It's important not to lose hope. We knew that in the end it would seem darker before the light. We knew we were in for mischief and chaos. We knew we would see crazy times. Just remember that our best days are ahead of us, not behind of us. The Storm Rider reports that Turkey has already signed up to join the BRICS and adopt the quantum financial system, which would lead to leave the alliance before long, as would Hungary and Slovakia. It also suggests that Poland wants to leave the European Union, which would lead to a coup d'etat just as in Nicaragua and Turkey. The White Hats are in power right now. Their strategy is based on game theory. All events are related to the storm foretold. Most adults will believe anything the TV tells them. Recession. Threat of recession prompts massive layoffs. According to a survey, more than half of senior managers see downsizing as one of the main measures to be taken in the next 6 months. James Wesley Rolls of Survival Blog warns, "We are fast approaching a recession. Amid extreme inflation, the Fed is in panic mode," he says. Will Ring, founder and CEO of Granite Shares, says the era of excess liquidity has come to an end. Prepare for a gold rally. If the dollar's rally stops or continues lower, there will be a gold rally. Brussels officially warns of an European Union recession amid falling output in Germany. German inflation rises to 10.4% in October, the highest since reunification. Germans flood the streets of Berlin to protest against social injustice. Spain asks the European Union for a further €6 billion from the recovery plan. The European Union does not have the infrastructure to increase imports of liquefied natural gas. 2 unknown dark ships passed near the Nord Stream pipelines before the explosion, according to a satellite photo. Peter Schiff explains Europe's secret plan to punish the dollar. Macron leads the alliance against the US. The Bank of England expects the UK recession to be the longest since records began in the 20s and says unemployment will almost double. At least $1 billion disappear from FTX customers, according to Reuters. Erdogan will raise the issue of grain supplies to needy countries at the G20. United Nations calls for speeding up the removal of obstacles to Russian fertilizers exports. The Russian Deputy Foreign Minister estimates that 280,000 tons of fertilizer have been detained in Europe. 33 years after the fall of the Berlin Wall, the Cold War is not completely over. Mercenaries from 40 countries are fighting alongside Kiev. Most of them are Polish. Americas. Josué Maichi, the actor responsible for speaking dignifying Maya in Marvel's new film Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Wheat production in Argentina plummets. Boric promises in Araucanía to improve the lives of its inhabitants and guarantee their security. Heavy clashes break out between university students and police in Bogotá. Apart from the pedagogical university, the Javeriana University was also the scene of protests, while the student body demanded the revocation of the exorbitant increase in enrollment and announced an indefinite strike. Inflation is putting the minimum wage in Colombia for 2023 in trouble. Colombia suspends oil inspections via fracking and ends alliance with ExxonMobil. Russia and Colombian military are in contact over the patches of Russian helicopters. Ecuador's president signs a new communications law regulating freedom of expression. Peruvian fishermen call for a prospect clean-up of the sea after the Repsol spill 10 months ago. Brazil records worst October for deforestation since 2015. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.